Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Don't mind the box over there, and I think everything looks pretty okay. So let me not over exaggerate on that. Okay, so I just brought out some things from the box, so that's why it's there. It just has to be there for now. But I just wanna talk with you guys. Maybe I should shit up. I think I'm okay anyhow. But it's been a month or 3 weeks living alone, and I'm pretty sure you guys have been enjoying my living alone vlogs, from my moving in to arranging to a couple of vlogs here and there ever since I moved in. And I really want to welcome everybody that has joined this channel from those vlogs. And why am I running out of breath? Yo, it's currently 17 minutes to 7 p.m. So I'm filming very late in the evening. But yeah, so I see a couple of very nice, good comments. I see the congratulations. I can't wait to see what you're gonna do with your new space. Congratulations. I can't wait to have my own space like you. Congratulations. You inspire me so much. I can't wait to start living alone. And all of those sweet messages. And it makes me very happy that I am really inspiring people, because let me be honest, I never was really inspired about having to live alone after I moved out from my parents. I wasn't inspired by that. Actually, I moved out from my parents' place in 2021. Should I call it move out? Basically, I relocated from Anambra State, that's where my parents stay, to Lagos. I'm not sure I will call it moving out. I relocated, right, to Lagos for my internship and all of that. So now, after everything along the line, I was really hoping to have a partner, someone that I'm going to start life with, which that's going to be a story for another day. So fast forward to now, sometime last year, I was really very a little bit reluctant about moving in, because I was really like, you know what, at this point, I just want to start life with someone. And because I was imagining, like, if I get to live alone now and then, somewhere along the line, before the year runs out, I get in touch, and, I'm having to now move out to start life with another. Like, the whole stress was just making me overthink, right? So back to what I was saying, I never was inspired to get the need to live alone before getting married. I mean, like most ladies do. Most ladies, once they're done with school, moving out from their parents' place, they're moving into their husband's place immediately. So that was like kind of like what I wanted, right? So back to what I was saying about being an inspiration to people. So eventually now I had to move into my own space. But I think I need to give you guys an update about living alone, because sometimes we see certain things we crave, but we don't really know. We don't really know the behind the scenes, the pros, the actual cons, and all of that. So what's the gist for today? The gist is to let you guys know that living alone is not a bed of roses. I'm not trying to say that I've not been enjoying it. I have. I mean, I've made a couple my past few videos. I've mentioned how I love it. I used to actually dispute the relevance of living of a lady. I think most guys actually live alone, you get, because guys get married usually in their 30s, and most of them are not gonna be waiting around in their parents' house till they're married. So sometimes guys have high percentage of having to live alone before they find a life partner, right? But for a lady, she can easily get married and start life with a man. So yeah, it's not a bed of roses, although I am enjoying it. But for me, it has been a sweet experience. But the truth is that it may not be a sweet experience for you, because to actually enjoy the idea of living alone without any human interaction, and you're comfortably in there, go out, come back and you're alone. Like that was another reason why I was reluctant about living alone till I had to, right? Because I was like, oh, I'm going to really miss human company. And I'm like, I would rather just stay around people than to just be alone. So, one of the ways that it has worked for me is that I have created a routine for myself. So, I am usually very consumed with my routine. My routine involves working, planning, and resting. And I know sometimes people say, oh, routines are boring, but no. In this case, you need to have a routine, especially if you don't have a 9 to 5 job, something that takes you out and brings you back daily. If mostly you work from home, right? It's going to it's going to tell on you if you don't create your routine around your work. If because you're at home and you have the luxury of time. For those of us that work from home, sometimes you can choose to work at night, you can choose to work in the morning, whenever you want to work. But if you're not very focused on being productive, on being a workaholic, being at home doesn't mean that you don't like to work. Most of us that work from home actually work more than people that go out daily to work, right? That's a story for another day. So for me, I said my routine is mostly plan, execute, and rest. So I can take a whole day to plan. And my planning doesn't just involve me just writing down, it could be from the internet, it could be from anything, like from my mind. Sorry, I just got a spray for my hair. So everybody knows that, introverts can actually live alone better than extroverts, because we don't really rely on human interaction and all of that. Be careful so that you don't spend all your time on TV, pressing phone, aimlessly scrolling on Instagram or social media for no reason. That's actually going to get you bored. But like I said, when you are work oriented, you focus on work, you have something to do, you don't while away your time. I mean, it's never going to be lonely. So it would have been difficult to survive if I'm not someone that is so engulfed in work, because my eye is on the goal. Just basically set a target for your productivity. Basically, it's mostly around finance. I mean, if you're working for finance, right? Whatever you are doing, it could be tech, could be an online job. There are many online jobs going on now. But if you're working a 9 to 5, I think it's a lot more easier for you, because you spend most of the time outside. Then you just come home, chill, and before you know it, you've slept till the next day, basically. So I think it's easier if you're working. But specifically for me, I'm not doing a 9 to 5 at the moment. I work from home. So for people in my category, it might be a lot difficult to cope with living alone. So then I've heard a lot that when a lady lives alone for a long time, it can be harmful for her future relationship or marriage. I can't really say if that is true or not, because for me, I'm still gonna get married, okay? But specifically, it's about being able to cohabit with another person, especially when you've lived alone for a long time. I don't know why it's usually lady specific, because the guys, they tend to live alone. It's a normal thing for a guy to live alone. It's becoming normal for the females too before marriage, but 100% the guys do often live the bachelor life before getting married. So why does the disadvantage go for the females only? Why? Some are going to say it's not really a very nice thing for a lady to live alone, because then later on in the future, like any slightest thing with her future partner, she would remember those days of her being alone when she wasn't tolerating anybody, and that can send her back to those days. You get what I mean? Like, it can be an issue for her in the marriage. The slightest thing, she might want to, say, oh, I'm out, I'm done. She'll just want to crave to live alone, to be alone. and all of that. But honestly, I don't feel that that is enough reason for someone to not want to live alone, right? For me, I don't see it that way because I still want to live alone. I think it all comes down to the person that you are, your values. Because I value marriage a lot. It's a sacred commitment. I don't see any reason why I would want to jeopardize my marriage because I miss my days of being a spinster, my days of having to live alone. I mean, that's why marriage involves mature people, right? When you're getting into a marriage, you need to know what you're getting into. It is forever with this person, forever to be annoyed by this person, forever to share your space with this person, forever to even get this person to disorganize your property, to scatter your things sometimes, and you have to cope with it. It's a new adjustment that everyone will have to make in marriage. But then if you're going into marriage with this selfish mentality of these are things I'm going to take and these are things I'm not going to take, then sorry, you're not ready for marriage. I don't know what you're getting into, but that's definitely not marriage. So everybody getting into marriage, of course, you have to go for counseling. You have to really understand what you are getting into. Understand that it is the two of you as one. So everybody's supposed to leave the past alone. Leave the past alone.
Okay.
You guys, they just took the lights. Oh my god. I was already rounding up this video. So it's cool. It's alright. Hopefully you can see me with my small touch. Yeah, I think this is working. So there I was about rounding up this. So every lady shouldn't be discouraged about living alone. I mean, there's a lot of good to it, especially when you haven't found the partner. I mean, two heads are better than one, right? That's part of the reason why I wanted to start life immediately with a partner. But then didn't really work out as planned. So if that's what you aspire to do, to live alone, go on. It's very good. But then when you eventually transition to have to get married, do not be too consumed in the euphoria of living alone. It's just like when you get into a new relationship, you start comparing your current partner with your ex. When you finally get married, the singlehood is your ex, so you have to leave it behind. Okay, it's basically the knowledge everybody's supposed to have. So I just thought to share my experience living so far. I've seen a couple of questions around that. I think it's mostly coming from people that just finished school or that just want to or intend to live alone. A couple of questions like what are the things you should put in place, financially before you start living alone. So I'll try and compile those questions. If you have more questions too, I suggest you drop it in the comments so that I am going to answer them later on in a Q and A. Okay? Yeah, I love it. I love the productivity coming out from living alone. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this video. Subscribe, share to your friends, whoever you think it's going to be helpful for. And I will see you in my next one.